Do we even know what fucking session this is? It's 86, right?
86.
80 something.
That sounds right, yeah.
Alright. La da 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 da. Okay. And we're about to begin session 86. This is Cabal 2, which means something's going to happen.
For once.
Lots of big things are happening with Cabal 2 at the moment. First off, this area where they're going to be for a very long time starts off with the leader of the area hating half the party. That's the way I fucking roll, people. That's the way I like it.
That's what I was about to say. That's not any different than normal.
Shut the fuck up, Tucker.
Wizards are a bunch of asshats, so it's not too surprising.
You know it.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh yeah, I guess I should do my fucking macro. My fucking macro. I'm gonna have to set this up to do fucking 3 digits soon.
Or have to roll the student things, fuckheads.
Oh! Oh! Tucker, you gonna do it all!
Oh no! No!
Yes! Yeah! Okay. Tucker, you get to pick.
What's the date? I want to do Fate Keeper.
Alright, and who is going to do what?
Kyle. Fate Keeper.
Kyle. Because Tucker loves you.
It's true.
He has decided he wants you to be the timekeeper because he knows that John never updates it on time.
The one time I've done it. I mean, to be fair, literally no one else has done it the first time they did it on time either, so at least I'm keeping in trend.
Okay.
Hey, I updated mine.
Forgive me, I had
First
to open
time?
my bag of celery.
Yeah.
No, he didn't do his on time. He did his early. Which means he's an overachiever.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been one time you've forgotten though, so. I don't fucking know, it doesn't fucking matter.
That's what we call a party. I'm rearranging my books. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get in combat with my plus like 30 initiative or whatever it is.
What?
17.
Curse to the Oracle thing.
Yeah.
No, I know. I just didn't think that gave you like plus 20.
Well, I was plus 11 before. Then it gave me 6.
Okay.
It's because of Uncle's homebrew rules.
Yes.
I know.
In case you haven't realized it yet, YouTube, I have a couple homebrew rules.
A couple, yes.
Phew.
Not too many.
Not
As
too
I
many,
open
no.
up this game
At no
mechanics
point
thing
should-
filled with them.
At no point
This
should
is
these homebrew
only-
rules ever be considered concrete.
This is only Pathfinder by name, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey. Shut up, Tucker.
Still like 70%.
No.
Pathfinder?
Well, yeah. Yeah, but most of what we do isn't Pathfinder.
Yeah, that's true. But we only do so much of Pathfinder because we're all wizards.
For better or for worse.
Yeah, Cabal 2 has some oddballs though. Less wizardy people.
But I'll pop the ball, John.
It's true.
Not a single human. I think we should try and continue that trend as strongly as possible, personally.
Agree.
The half humans are kind of cramping our style. We might need to get rid of them.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What a bunch of nerds.
You get too many half humans, that adds up to a whole human.
Well, we already have 2. We already have a human in spirit. It's bullshit, man.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 half-humans that hate their human halves, so...
Yeah.
Not sure if that mitigates the effect or not.
Yeah, I say it puts them down to a quarter, so we have half a human in the end.
Okay.
So, Fate Keeper, what happened last time with Cabal 2?
Yes, Fate Keeper, please give us a recap.
Me. Okay, so we set off from the Lyceum to head towards map, please. We're going to be using that fucking thing a lot. Set off down this way and up this way, and I think it was
I have no idea where
here?
the point. Oh, there we go.
That we got.
Oh my
That's with-
God.
It was south of Sarkum.
Okay. Well, everything was going fine. Then we saw this little retreat little ship, and we're like, all right, let's just stay away from it. And then a bunch of Dane ships came out of nowhere. Started swarming the little ship. Started just pelting the shit out of this little ship. Bunch of spider webs and all that. Magic. That's crazy. And we're like, let's stay the fuck away from it. So we were going, so state's here. This whole fuck's here. We're going this way. And suddenly a big ass dragon pops out of here. And Fishman, being his neutral good self,
Yep.
wants to save the dragon. And so, being a fishman, of course, he swims in and does all fishman things he possibly can to save this dragon. Meanwhile, we're over here. I have no spells to help them. The girl has no spells to help them. Custodians are useless. Them's smart. She didn't want to help. But Urvir, oh sweet, horny Urvir, decides to use his specialization evocation ability and launch magic missiles at some of the straws. I think they're called straws, if I
Yep.
remember correctly. See, I'm doing pretty good this time.
Mm-hmm.
And so Uncle's like, "Hey, you want to hit the big tough
So,
one? You want to hit
Tucker,
the
What's a scrawl?
A straw is not what Parrot yells. Straw is a magic person. No, actually, it's just a prisoner in general. Most of them are magic, though. At the gates have these Dao on, and the handlers of the Dao make them do whatever they want, to the point that they will make magic users who are straw and taken by this Dao, and they will make them use their magic as much as they possibly can. And even a bit further than that. So the handler takes this Dao, which is a magic collar thing. We're still not 100% on. We're like 90%. But the handler makes, and the Dao make the straw do whatever the handler wants. He takes some magic, as I already explained, make them do whatever spells they know, as if the handler is doing it. But like sorcerer, nothing's shown. They just do it. It just happens. Unlike sorcerer, although I guess wild magic could happen. It could push magic users beyond what they're physically capable of doing, and yet it'll still happen. So, if a sorcerer can pull off two spells in a round, it might make them do three. Isn't that how it works? If the handler's good enough. Or if the straws.
It's pretty much based on the scraw's ability, but the handler can push them to the breaking point.
Okay. That's a straw. It's just a prisoner with a magic collar, and most of them are magic, and so they're living artillery. And so, Urvir decides to magic missile one of these living artillery. And oh boy, he picked a red dragon, who turned around and named our boat. And started summoning things, because it's a sorcerer and they can do that. And it summoned a bunch of sharks and giant squids. Come and eat us. And it did a good job of eating us. Until Urvir with his... You summoned the dolphin.
Uther summoned the dolphin, yes.
Urvir was doing a mechanical bull on the back of the dragon. That was fun. But Uther was saving our asses with summoned dolphins from Summon Nature's Ally, which I'm assuming is from Oracle?
Yep.
Okay. And that happened, and that saved us. I knew Custodian lost her spear. She's not happy about that. But, anywho, turned out later, Dragon's dead. All that effort was for naught. Probably would have happened if you hadn't shot the red dragon. But I don't blame him. Because when it's in human form, you can't tell. I don't blame him. However, on the other hand, I blame you. And then after that whole debacle, that took a fucking long-ass time. We ended up in Sarkum, and then we went to Asher, I think. Right? Yes?
No.
Or did we just stay in Sarkum?
Stayed in Sark and we got our shit prepared. We thought of going to Asher.
Okay. We got our ship, stayed there for like a week, couple days, I don't remember. And then we went up here, way up here, via canoes, giant canoes. I wouldn't have about that. All the way up here to Paran. Well, there are many taboos that will probably break tonight. Probably will die. It happens. This place is weird. They got mad at Urvir because he's a half devil. We think. We're not sure.
No one liked Nagul.
No one liked Nagul. Whether it's because you have scales or whether it's because you have magic scales, we don't know. But no one liked Nagul. And no one later, after we trekked, and we trekked, and we trekked, there was held up canoes here for food, and we came here to, let me zoom in, Koba. Yeah, that's right. Came to Koba. And we did like one thing there, and it was look around because Jerruk is curious. He's a curious minotaur. And then, what was the title that the fancy women had? Taitu, Tatu.
No, what were they?
Is it the Taitu or the Tatu? Taitu.
Kalku.
Tatu. Okay.
Kalku.
The L and the I look similar. I can't tell.
There is no I. So, I'm not sure it looks similar.
I screenshot it. There was like a parade or something. No, it wasn't a parade. Everyone got off the street for these women to walk by, and then they bowed, except us.
We bowed, some of us.
Well, Jerruk did.
Yeah.
I don't think Nagul did. I don't think Urvir did.
No,
But-
Urvir did.
Okay.
They just didn't like him. I
Uther
think.
nodded. He
No
didn't
one
like
liked you. I'm sorry.
no one likes us in general because we're the oddball cabal.
Well, fine. No one. There's not been one person yet that hates him. So.
Because they don't notice her.
What?
The benefits of being a mouse.
Rat. Don't call her a mouse. She gets mad.
This is out of character, bro.
So the Kalku women get there and slap the shit out of Nagul, which was funny. And then they say some infernal things to Urvir, and then they leave, and then that was it. And they said they didn't like the which, again, doesn't surprise it. That was it, really. Most of it was on
The woman also wanted to have sex with Urvir. We think. Or eat him. One of the two. We're not certain.
It's Vor, it's the same thing.
No, it's really not.
It's over. It's over. Recap over.
Okay.
So mostly. Then we traveled a little bit further. Got to the place we're going to be excavating across the river. And that's it.
And Uncle informed us that we are going to have to get very used to the trek between Koba and the ruins. Because we're probably going to be making it a lot.
Is there a bridge over the river, or do we just go through it?
We took canoes.
I thought the canoes were back here.
We had to take another set.
I don't
No, I
remember.
could just carry them. I could just carry them over here.
You did not take canoes out from Koba. You just
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, we walked, and there was a
But then had
like a suspension bridge. I think there was a suspension
Jerruk ain't
bridge.
fitting over no fucking suspension bridge.
I mean, if it's well made, it'll be fine.
The first couple of times.
It's
After
true.
that stuff starts snapping.
We're gonna have to mend it every time we go across it.
Yeah, pretty good recap. All right, did anybody have any questions about anything that happened or clarifications that needed to be done?
I would ask for the exact phrasing of what was said to Urvir, but only so I could write it down for later, because I knew it was a phrase that I couldn't type immediately.
Also, was that in True Infernal or just Normal Infernal?
It was in True Infernal. Urvir could understand some of it, because he was tried to teach the language, but that's what resulted in his throat getting so destroyed.
True Infernal. Which, Tucker, out of character,
Uh-huh.
you might have an idea of some of the consequences of speaking in that language and what might result from that, or what might occur because of that.
Oh, shamans.
What? Never mind.
No, why? Why? Why would I know? Why would Droot know that?
I give up.
No, he said out of character.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, out of... Oh, I didn't hear that part. I heard character. Yeah, she's probably dead. You too. Don't fuck her.
It might not be that she's dead. It might have been that she called for somebody's attention. That Urvir is now here.
So you should just not go back. Just fucking leave her alone.
It's either I don't go back, and that's the good idea, or she's demanding my presence, and if I don't go back, that's the bad idea.
If you hide in my robe, I can pretend I'm pregnant.
Maybe she should have made it more clear.
Exactly, like, you don't speak the language, so if she wanted you to come, she should have freaking told you in a language you understood.
Right.
I understood what she said. It just took me a bit
No, completely.
to
Remember,
translate.
Uncle was like, she
Well,
said
maybe-
something, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but
thank
she
you,
might not
Lord, for
realize.
bringing this person.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I rolled a linguistics check and I actually understood it.
Yeah, but I don't think she realizes he doesn't speak it.
Yeah.
He is a devil.
I didn't like her.
You don't get to talk.
Me either.
That should be all the information you need.
If we judged everything based on your reaction and how people reacted to you, we'd still be at the Lyceum, just hiding in a corner.
Not true. I heard there were dragons out here and wanted to come. And look who was right.
That's right.
Anyway, last I checked, we had just come into range of the ruins and we were about to settle a base camp.
Yep.
Fine. All right. Let's see. Got that and okay.
All right, Jerruk, start digging some latrines.
Like hell.
I actually have to
Ghouls been
imagine
holding us
Jerruk
since
would be
the last
really
gas
good at
station we
digging.
passed.
No gas for 20 miles.
Uncle, I have a biology question.
Yes.
Does Nukul have a penis or does he just have a cloaca?
Only female.
Anything. No.
Just like how Sollyn has an ovipositor.
He has
Sollyn has a penis.
Yeah, he has a penis.
Your
It's
choice
like
is
fucking-
keep the penis in it.
The ghoul has participated in an orgy. He has a penis.
You have a tail.
None of us saw you in that orgy, although I didn't, fortunately.
That's not entirely true. What's her face did?
I said none of us. Us four.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, kobolds are mammals. They have penises.
They're
I know,
not.
I
Man, are you
They
retarded?
are.
They're
No!
they're not
no, kobolds-
reptilian. They're not mammals. They're draconids.
Yeah,
Did
Dragons are mammals. Dragons
Are
mammals.
dragons mammals?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Then they are mammals. Yeah, sure.
They are?
Yeah.
They're
yeah,
not
What is it? Even a
primates.
mammal?
They're a type of mammal.
dragon scales are made of hyper-condensed keratin.
Wait. What
Well,
part
thank
of
you,
the dragon...
fucking
Where do
Bill
they get that
Nye.
many carrots?
Wait a minute. What part of a dragon puts out the milk?
Not all mammals
ovipositor?
milk their children.
They don't have to, because usually they just feed their children on magic while they're still in the egg.
Only...
Yeah.
The only mammals that... Okay. The only mammals that lay eggs at all are platypi, and those things are
No, there are
all-
others.
All mammals lay
um,
milk.
There's
or,
like
not-
5
all
different
mammals
ones that,
give
like-
milk. Not all mammals give
What are
live.
they? Huh? What are they?
What's that one thing? A pangolin. They have eggs.
The fuck's a pangolin?
I think they
A
have
weird
eggs.
spiny anteater ant thing.
Oh, those
Pangolin.
things are weird. I like that.
Imagine an anteater with
From, like,
scales.
Arbidol. Yeah.
Oh, those things are cool as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, those things are cool. I like this. Okay, fair enough. Dragons of Babel.
Okay.
That's why I assume kobolds are, because I mean, that's where they're descended from.
Yeah,
Okay.
but kobolds.
Kobolds just said it from pangolins.
No, kobolds are not pangolins.
Okay.
Sorry. Just three.
All right.
So did we officially set up a camp, or are we just arriving at the location?
I will explain all that now. All right. Let us
Cool.
begin session 86. And that means shut the fuck up. Okay. I'm going to bring you to the regional map for the Koba section of Paran. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Over here is Koba. And you guys essentially traveled all the way across here
Oh, cool.
and set up camp here.
Which way is north? I just want to add a compass rose to the bottom corner so we have reference. Just straight up?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Okay. Very impressive. All right. You guys trekked along. Just to remind you that this is boggy and marshy here. This area is more swampy. It's heavier. A lot of the water comes over from the river and saturates. This has a lot more land mass, but they both have land masses. They're kind of like fens. That's more like a fen, and this is more like a bog. Okay. It is essentially thick jungle everywhere. You are in the heart of the jungle. Traveling here is extremely difficult. It is not just difficult terrain, it is extremely difficult terrain. That means you have to make a dexterity check just not to die every mile.
What? Why are we
I
here?
think it's only a 1.1 mile or 1.25 miles here.
Exactly, see?
1 1/4 checks.
That's right. Alright. And you're brought here with your group. And you had to carry a lot of shit through that area, and it was a very rough traveling. So even though it was a short distance, it actually took a solid day or longer to get there easily. Because it's just how difficult the terrain truly is. So what is that? Is that a mile? What is that, Tacoba?
1.25 miles, pretty much.
1.25 miles. I can't see the
It
number.
wasn't.
6723.
Yeah. So that essentially is almost a full day's journey. So that is how difficult the travel is. You're essentially moving at 1/10 your normal speed, depending on your method of travel. Some of the canopy gets pretty high. It's very thick. You have to trailblaze through a lot of it. There are no open trails, and that slows things down as well. And of course, carrying material made it even worse. So if you weren't carrying heavy material, a lot of luggage, you could probably go a little faster. But if you're carrying any type of luggage, that would make it mucho worse. That's right, mucho worse. Okay.
I never said a word.
I mean, Uther was fine. And half the time he was in a boat being carried because otherwise he would be a fish person.
Yeah. Alright. So, you guys arrived in the evening at your archaeological site. And the first thing you did, first off, the archaeological site was on a raised area that was somewhat clear. It has been clear cut by the people that originally found the place and did a little research before they dedicated essentially a research team to this. You did have predecessors at this location. So they clear cut an area, they essentially burn it away. It's on a raised area just above a marshy area just to the south there. If you zoom in, you'll see your tents marking your base camp. And you're also at the foothills of the area that was cleared away, revealing a path leading up into this mountainous region. These walls and all were so overgrown with the vegetation that they didn't really even see the mountain pass at first, and it was discovered, which led to the discovery of these old ruins. Of course, a lot of things here. This place is known as the living ocean. This is what they call the jungle here locally. There's a lot of similarities with this culture, with Turnu Heth. They've had a lot of interactions throughout the millennia, and they've had some fights. But while the desert is considered the dead ocean, or the dry ocean, this is considered the living ocean. Both of them are able to simply just swallow anything, and the amount of things that are believed to be lost inside the jungle. There could be unknown civilizations forgotten by time, but not forgotten by the jungle, just hidden. Who knows what's inside here. Rapid growth. Some areas grow unnaturally fast, and some areas just grow naturally. And there's just so much vegetation, it's very fast. So you arrived at your site. It was already somewhat clear-cut for you. And it was kind of, didn't have a huge area though, and you started to set up your camp. Okay. Scroll to the bottom.
Yep. When we're setting up camp, Urvir is going to make a point of telling everybody who's setting up tents to make sure there is a thick layer of sticks and leaves on the bottom.
Okay.
Like underneath the base of the tent, to make sure that no insects are crawling directly beneath the fabric and possibly up through to bite you.
And where are you getting these materials?
Like I said, sticks, leaves, nearby trees. I'm sure that there's some on the ground.
Okay. It's very humid. Okay, you're going to have to gather for that while everybody is setting up tents. Do you ask anybody to assist you?
Who is not setting up a tent right now?
Which tent's mine? None of these fit me.
The bigger
Yes.
one at the bottom?
Yeah, that one.
This one?
No, that one.
That one. Hang on. That won't fit me.
That will fit you.
Remember, you're triangle shaped. You're not a big circle.
I don't think that'll fit him, but whatever.
Remember, you're half the size of your token.
Oh, okay. That'll fit him.
Your tokens represent maneuverability and personal space.
Well, he's 10 feet. He's like 11 feet tall.
Nagul
This thing-
takes up way more personal space than that.
This thing isn't 11 feet long.
Unfortunately,
So your little
hooves
toesies are gonna stick out.
Yep.
We're going to tickle your toes, wake you up in the morning.
Small tents are not ideal for anybody. Okay.
Yeah, who is not doing anything?
Well, the wizards probably are doing the least because everybody else is lower class, so they're put to work.
Yeah, didn't we almost kill these guys?
One of them is half
Harold!
torso.
One did die.
Harold did not.
Harold did not. Oh, but she's full health again. Let me fix Harold.
No, he's not. He's half a man.
A
I would
dragon
argue
landed
maybe
on
a quarter.
Harold barely fucking made it. Okay. All right.
Can we tell YouTube? Can we remind YouTube the harrowing tale of Harold, who got
Well,
face
our,
set
our
by a
faith
dragon?
keeper didn't because he sucks.
Anyway,
I didn't think it was that important.
Okay. Hold on.
yeah, no. Kurtal's gonna ask Orinda and Gaina to help gather some of the stuff
Okay.
to keep us from getting bitten by nasties who might want to slither in the night.
Okay. All right. They will go with you together.
Yep.
Makaja agrees. Yes, that is an excellent idea. Thank you, Urvir. Now, all of you mundanes, make sure that you keep the poles at an angle so there's constant tension. I don't have time to explain leverage to you now, but just angle it away from the way the tent is going to be pulling on it.
Everybody's gonna look back at Gaina and Orinda, just like, I will wager 3 silver that he gets killed by something, if not one of the team members, before the end of this expedition.
Maybe by that guy.
Probably by that guy.
Are you talking to me? I know you ain't talking to me. Alright, so they all go to work. And Urvir already declared what he is going to be doing. And Orinda and Gain are going to be working on that. Just so you know, this is going to be the archaeological and supply tent. There's crates and stuff in there.
The green one?
Yes, that's for work. That's Makaja's and the experts area to do work in as well. And this is the actual supplies. This is where your food and water barrels and crates are kept. It's stocked full. It is just a lean-to type tent that has back
definitely.
and sides on it, but no front.
Yeah, definitely Urvir would insist on, before the people start setting that down and leaving it off to the side, raising it off the ground a little bit to keep water from getting in underneath. Because if this is a swampy area, that's going to be a problem.
Okay.
And that will destroy our food rations really fast.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to be a scout. Suck my dick.
All right. Great. All right. Nim. Oh yeah, Nim.
Which one? Which tent is Nim's? Oh. They just took a napkin and tinted it up.
I was about to say, did somebody get a handkerchief and some twigs? God, if we could use one of our robes, and Nim would have the biggest tent comparatively to everybody in the group.
That's why she just stays inside Jerruk's loincloth.
Ew, musky.
So is there a way for me to make like a to like stack up some boxes and like keep them from not getting knocked over in his tent so we can like sleep sitting up?
Sleep sitting up. Oh.
Like
You do realize you are not a cow, right?
Back to your back, Jerruk.
Does Jerruk have to dig a hole so he can sleep on his side?
Unfortunately, unless you want to convince Makaja to allow you to take the food and sit on it 24/7 with your sweaty ass, you have nothing to sit on unless you devise it with the local materials or go buy it. Okay. So everybody else immediately just starts clang, 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 clack, 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 hammering stakes into the ground. They also, Makaja tells them to set permanent post holes in the ground where you can throw stakes to keep the perimeter lit at night, which is one of the first things to do while they're working because you guys arrived after sunset. So you're having to set up camp in the dock. And of course, somebody is set off to start a fire. In fact, which the fire shouldn't be started yet, but it's there. I forgot to take it away.
Well, I can just spark.
Okay. So he does, Makaja asks you, Urvir, since you're going out anywhere. Acolyte Urvir, since you are venturing out into the jungle, could you try to find some wood and fuel for the fire?
If there's anything dry, then I'll get it. I'll look for tinder as well, something fine that'll burn more easily.
Excellent, thank you.
Yep, and that's what Urvir is going to take the two ladies to do. Just find suitably long pieces to put under the tent to bring us up, leaves to put on top of it, and then firewood for everything else.
Okay. All right.
Like, he'll divide up the work if he need to. With Gaina probably taking the brunt of
I'm
the
muted.
larger stuff.
I was muted. That's funny.
Hi, John.
John was probably giving me some sass.
No, I wasn't. I was trying to ask Drew
John was
a
just sitting
question. I
there
was
like, why is nobody listening to me?
no, I thought I was trying to ask Drew a question, and then he didn't answer, so I thought he was muted, but then I was muted. Drew, do you want to help me with this log over here, or we can make it into some firewood?
Sure.
And I'll walk over there.
Thump.
I'm going to do a nature check first.
Oh, yes. Excellent idea, Uther. All right. Now,
Yes.
be sure to set up my tent back here first, people. It's very important. Okay. All right. You do a nature check on the wood.
Yeah, I'm basically looking for the weak spot so he can chop it easier into smaller parts so that they can be chopped into logs for fire. Where is this knowledge nature?
How thick around is this log?
It's a thick log.
Thick log. Okay.
Like 4 foot
Yep.
diameter.
Ooh, okay.
So I kind of just proves it.
If you want, Nim can karate chop it.
She probably could.
It would take days. she could get that hardness.
All right.
Here, and here are the weakest points. If you want to chop it down to that size first, then we can be more wieldy to chop into firewood.
Uther, you recognize this light wood as cork wood.
Is that I seen more cork wood around?
You have seen some cork wood, yes.
Okay. Should be relatively easy to cut.
Yeah.
Do they
And
have
burn
an
like a
axe?
soggy sponge.
I'll ask. I'm gonna go ask around for a lumber axe.
As big as they can.
Okay. You ask around for an axe, and one of them will give it to you. I just gotta figure out which one.
Did you add flavor text to all the NPCs?
I always add flavor text to all my NPCs, fucker.
Well, the last time I looked at them, I didn't see them all, so there must be one.
Yes, they're all under Temp 2, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. One of them gives you, if I find out which one of them does give you an axe.
Like a large axe, not just a felling axe.
Correct.
Okay. I'll bring you over to Here you go, Drew.
Thank you. And then he just start chopping wood one-handed since it's too small for him.
It's a hatchet.
Yeah.
All right. You start chopping that wood.
Uncle, did we have any empty barrels of water that we used on the way up?
Any barrels what?
Empty barrels of water, like that we used on the day we traveled here?
No,
You don't
because
need
you would have
another bag.
refilled. You would have
But
refilled.
we spent a day to get here.
Yeah, I don't think you would have emptied a barrel in one day.
Okay, either way, I go to whichever one has some taken out of it, and I refill it, and I tell everyone, and I mark it clearly with, like, I don't know, I scratch a X on a couple sides of it, and tell them whenever they get water to get it from the one with the X first.
Okay. And Robert will ask, why is that?
Well, because I'm adding water to it, but it doesn't last forever, so we need to consume it before it disappears.
Oh. Well, that would make sense.
And not lasts for 24 hours, about. So I mean, as long as you've got it. If you ever fill up a water skin, though, get it from one of the others.
All water disappears.
And not, it evaporates, but this is magical water. It disappears a little bit faster.
Does it help if you keep the lid on it?
I shake my head no. No, it just disappears. It's conjured. Created. And I create a like some water falls next to me. See?
Okay, and then you instantly convert into Flipper.
No, next to me, like away from me.
How
Okay.
tall is this cliff? Is it actually like 16 feet up?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Robert says, well, that'll become very handy. Thank you.
Of course.
And can any of you wizards make food?
Maybe eventually, but I can't at the moment. I'm not sure if that's something I'll be able to do in the future.
He eyes you like, okay.
I'm just like deadpan. Like I can't do it right now. Some magic people can. Uther doesn't understand his oracle powers that well, so he's like, oh, maybe.
Okay. All right. What is Nagul doing?
Whittling
Whittling what?
a twig he found.
Okay. So you stand there whittling, watching everybody else work.
Hmm.
I'll light the fire.
Okay. They bring over some enough wood, and finally, Jerruk gets enough wood for you guys to light the fire. Okay. Meanwhile, Urvir and such has been out. Whoops. Has been out. You can do a survival check, Urvir.
Already rolled one. 18.
Okay. Are you three traveling together, or are you splitting up?
Yes. We are staying together.
Okay. Then they will assist you with their survival checks.
No offense to the rest of you guys, but I'm pretty sure that Gaina and Arinda have better survival than you.
Oh yeah, by far.
Okay. And you guys start bringing back loads of bedding material. The problem is, you're aware that a lot of this bedding material is very wet. Very moist. So, you could put it down, but it might be better to dry it off first. Instead of just drying it with body heat. Okay. While you were out, which direction did you go, Urvir?
The swamp was like the up is north here, right?
Correct.
So the swamp was basically in this direction for the majority of it.
Yeah, south was mostly the swamp. If you move down a bit, you'll see there's water there.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was just water or weird dirt texture. No, Urvir would have gone probably up this way.
Okay.
Trying to stay away from the water to try and get the wood as dry as possible.
Okay. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so you guys spent several hours doing that. And bringing in loads of stuff. Just pile it up here and let it dry out. And then you start putting it down as bedding. Alright. Garvin will also come and help you.
Yeah, well, Urvir will make a point of making sure that our supplies are off the ground.
Okay. How are you going to put them off the ground?
Like I said, he was going to put like a layer or two, sort of like Jenga style, of wood to make sure that they weren't on the ground, because if the supplies start getting wet, they will spoil much faster.
Okay. So you're just putting bedding down underneath it then?
Yep. Like it was enough to start putting it under all this, and it'll probably be a continued project if we couldn't get enough this time around.
Okay. All right.
Oh, when Urvir returns, he is going to make a point to speak with, God, what was his name again?
Kaja.
With Kaja. I'm zoomed out a little bit, so it looks like it says Mioja.
Okay. All right.
Mioja.
Once everybody gets the fire started, the tents finally get all set up by the time it's about midnight. The fire is started, and finally everybody can relax a little bit. You guys get to pick which tents you want for yourselves. Okay.
Is that a joke?
Well, except for you. Technically, you could pick Nims if you want.
Just like a handkerchief over your eyes.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that wouldn't even make the bandana on me.
This one seems about my size.
Have we set up a watch yet, Kaja?
Oh, you've already claimed that one, Jerruk.
What did Uther say? What did Uther say?
I asked Makaja, did we set up a watch yet, Makaja?
No, not yet.
I know. Well, I look around, trying to decide where I want to sleep. Let's see. I need to put a 4 on Scalgen real quick, just so I can look. Yeah. Well, I think it's a good idea that we have one every night. At least 2 people. When we're in town, Scaldian can help. He doesn't sleep hardly at all. Actually, at all. But... so he can watch one side. But when we're delving, we'll have to make other arrangements.
That would okay. Excellent, yes. Does anybody else have any unique advantages that way?
Well, no.
Zollyn wouldn't sleep either.
No,
Well, I don't
Zari
know.
does sleep. He's a magical animal.
Oh, that's right. He's a magical beast, not an extra cleaner.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Jerruk would say he can lift whatever they need him to, as long as it isn't the temple itself.
I can tell you to lift whatever they need you to lift.
Cool.
So can they. Probably not as well, though.
Okay. So it looks like everybody has their tents picked out. You can kind of just give that a memorize that a little bit. Okay.
I've got the one next to Jerruk's.
And Makaja does say that tomorrow morning, you guys will go up and examine the primary excavation site. Okay. And everyone will go to sleep. As we're setting up watches, does anybody have a recommendation to him on the best way to do that?
Well, how much is
do
standard
you want
for...
to have watches every night?
Yeah.
Definitely. 2 people every night.
She's already not be on the watch, like, all the time.
We probably have at least enough for 3 people to be on a watch, at least 1 wizard and 2 normies.
Yeah, I'd say at least 1 wizard while we're here.
Okay. I will let you know. Since watching is not a normal thing, and it's way overdone in role-playing games, Anybody that does a watch takes a shift that is 2 hours or longer. Has a chance to gain stress.
Yeah, that's fair. That's why I think we should take short watches.
Oh, shit! Where are those mechanics at?
Where's the what?
Where are
Stress
the stress
mechanics.
mechanics? Is that under just homebrew?
If you do you know the difference between world info and game mechanics?
Yeah.
Okay, where do you think it's at?
Yeah, we have 16 people, so we can have.
Well, I
Um,
put
Okay.
I'm
many
loading back in. I'm just asking.
It's under game
There's
mechanics.
16 We can have 2 people on watch for an hour each. One being a wizard. Well, I guess no, we couldn't do every watch being a wizard. But, I mean, we don't necessarily have to have that. Just never have 2 wizards or cabal at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, there's 7 of us, so we can be covered for most of the night with at least one of us awake.
Okay. So you're just cycling through everybody one at a time?
Yeah,
Sure.
basically. 2 people at a time, 1 hour watches.
Or, I mean, 2 people at a time, okay.
Yeah, 16 of us, or maybe even 17. I think I forgot Nim. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, Nim will prefer being up at nighttime anyway, so that works out.
hmm
Okay. Alright. So you guys go to sleep. If you guys want to pair up, particularly in any certain order during night shifts, you have to let me know. Otherwise, it'll be considered random if something happens at night. Okay.
Random sign. Just never 2 of the cabal awake at the same time. It's like the only thing.
Never what?
2 of the cabal mates
Oh, in the
at the same time. Always one of the cabal and another, and then one shift would have 2 of them.
Alright. Well, as long as it's not both cabals, it'll be entirely random. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. And you guys go to sleep to the sounds of noise. One of the first things you got to get used to, anybody that's not been in the jungle before, is that unlike a lot of places, the cities, the meadows, the plains, even the forests, unlike anywhere else, any other terrain pretty much, when everything else gets quiet for the nighttime, the jungle actually gets louder. So there is this constant background noise, this roar of chirping, squeaking, buzzing going on. There are bugs everywhere, on everybody. You're constantly having to slap yourself in the face to keep the bugs off. The tents help. Okay, because of the constant annoyance while you sleep, you have to make a save. And I will let you pick any save, your best save, but you only get to roll your best. It can be either reflex or fort or will. Because you have tents, the DC is only 12. If you fail, you do not rest well. Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. All right, we're gonna go by kind of winging these mechanics a little bit. Jerruk, you are tired the next day. You start fatigued. You're fatigued, and you lose 1 spell from each level. You cannot memorize.
Okay.
Oh. Welcome to the jungle.
Safer.
Same
Welcome
for
to
Nagul.
the jungle.
Yes.
And I only use 1 spell of
Welcome.
memorized spells, correct?
What's that?
I lose 1 memorized spell from each level.
Correct.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh. It's not good.
Does my cow tail help me? I have a cow tail.
That does not help
lower
you,
half.
unfortunately.
That's why I rolled reflex. Urvir's tail just cracks like a whip in the middle of the night and kills like 4 bugs.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Mine's made for killing bugs. That's bullshit.
Mine's prehensile.
Think what ratio of your body your tail is able to even reach.
A lot.
Really? Like all the way up your back?
It's a
If
long
it
fucking
needs to.
tail. Okay.
If it needs, it's a cow tail.
Does that motherfucker trail on the ground behind you?
Okay. Morning comes. Makaja gets up. Everybody wakes up. You guys can start memorizing your spells as the camp wakes up. First thing that happens is, I believe it is Harold.
If I don't mean to interrupt, but if Makaja's in this tent, who's in this one?
That's
I've
the
already
supply
explained it.
tents.
I'm not explaining it a second time.
I must have heard it then.
It's for survey equipment.
Oh, I thought that was over there. Oh, that's fine.
That's food.
I know that's food. I suppose that's fine. Yeah, must be a lot of survey.
All right. So Garvin will go over here, and he is going to start organizing breakfast with the assistance of Anton. Okay. Everybody's getting up. They're going to the bathroom. Your designated pissing area is to the south, right into the water.
Right next to Jerruk's tent.
Yep, somebody needs to plug in their microphone. Okay.
Urvir will make a point of waving Makaja over while we're getting up in the morning.
He will, he'll have some papers in hand that he's looking through. They're kind of cheap material. Doesn't seem that important, probably just lists of things. He'll walk over as he's looking at it, ruffling the papers in his hands. Yes?
Makaja, back before I joined the Lyceum, I worked a lot with people under unfavorable circumstances moving across the desert. I'll make one point of experience very clear, because this could happen to any of us. Bite marks, cuts, lacerations, anything that happens and we don't know the direct source, should be treated immediately to the best of our ability, because infections and disease are rampant and we don't exactly have access to proper healing here. I'm only pointing this out because in the middle of the night, we all felt them, we all heard them. There's a lot of bugs here. We don't know what kind of diseases they carry. We don't know what kind of poisons they have.
I agree.
He nods. Yes, send them to me as soon as you notice. I might be able to help them. Maybe. Not good at poisons or diseases per se, but I can at least try to seal the wounds.
It's okay. Slap some dirt in them.
They're kind of half nods at that. That's a remedy.
I pointed that to you because since you're leading the expedition, you'll probably be speaking most with the people here. So you'll be able to pass it around more easily. I'll try and talk to the others as I go around the camp, but you're the first person I thought to speak with.
I appreciate that. And yes, I will heed that advice. Very wise. Alright, everyone else. We will be setting out in about an hour and a half to begin our work for the day. So make sure you finish eating and cleaning and relieving yourself. Thank you. And then he will sit down and start reading with a pen and making notes on his paper. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk over here to Anton and Garvin. Hello, Garvin, Anton.
Hello.
Just to let you know, if any of the food ever goes slightly bad, let me know immediately. I can purify it to a degree, but if it's rotten all the way through, then I can't help.
I'll eat it.
I appreciate that. That should come in handy.
No,
So far, everything is nice and fresh, though.
no, just walk off and just get ready. Go back to doing my own things.
All right. And breakfast today is scrambled eggs and beef jerky.
Could be worse.
That's right.
You can use the
Could be
beef
scrambled
jerky as a
beef and
spoon.
egg jerky.
That's right. That's true. It could be that. That would be much worse.
Away with words you have, my dear boy.
Okay. All right, roll 20. Why are you going so slow already this evening? Damn it. Hold on. There we go. All right. Anton does most of the cooking today. Garvin kind of directs him a little bit and seems to be overseeing the food supply a little bit. And then he goes over and starts digging through his equipment and stuff. All right. So, you guys memorize your spells. Make sure you set them for the day. Make sure you mark whether you're fatigued or not. That's important to know, because you can easily exhaust yourself.
Just for future reference. Actual spell list.
You're cutting out, dude.
Sorry, give me a second.
Is that under core? Is there a core in it?
What's that?
What?
The fatigue button?
Just
Yeah, at the top
conditions.
left, expand conditions. And
Oh, there it is. Okay.
You can do it any tab. Doesn't matter where you are on the page.
You were asking Jerruk about something?
No, I was saying just for Uncle for future reference. I'm keeping my actual spells that I have prepared in the actual spell sheet thing.
Oh, in the character sheet. Okay.
Yeah, like
Yes,
in the
I know.
actual default sheet one.
Okay. And the roll 20 sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alrighty. So, once that's set up, you guys have time to prepare your spells. Does anybody do anything in the morning before you guys set off to explore the new area?
Part of my morning routine after I finish my spells is I'm going to put mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Does the rule help Jerruk?
Yeah.
How long
After-
does that
Actually,
last?
I don't. I don't do that. It only lasts 2 hours for me. I forgot. So used to it lasting a good amount of time. It's a waste of time.
Okay.
After getting burned a couple times on any moles you might have on your back, Nagul then realizes you mean ticks and just aims for those.
Yeah. Okay.
About how much time do we have before we set out?
Makaja said a 9.5.
Well, I mean, after memorizing our spells.
That's
About half an
9.5.
hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then.
Takes an hour to
Urvir is
memorize
going-
spells, right?
Yes.
No, Urvir is just. I want to make sure because I wanted Urvir to talk to everyone in the camp who Mikaja may not have gotten to yet about the whole bites and poisons and infections thing. And he will make very clear, if any of it happens, don't just shrug it off. Tell somebody so we can get a closer look at it. If it's poison, we can hopefully head it off before it gets worse. If it's an infection, it can get bad to the point where we need to sever a limb.
Okay.
Urvir, poison never hurt anyone.
Except for everyone
You
that's
have-
ever hurt.
Yeah, except for those people. But who gives a shit about them?
They died, right?
Yeah. So we're not hurting
Adi
anymore.
will say, yes, it would be terrible if we had to cut something off.
And then Urvir will ask Arinda, who is looking very tired, that if she could make a habit at night of setting some simple traps near the food supplies to keep away or capture any scavengers who might get close.
Yes, I'll do that today.
I appreciate it. I'm not familiar with what's out here, but if we catch anything, that's extra supplies, and if we can scare it off, that just keeps what we have safe.
All right. She will ask, do you guys want her to set up protection traps around the camp or food traps further away?
Urvir will vote protection traps for now while their supplies are decent.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes, please.
Agreed.
Those sound nice.
Agreed.
Alright.
I think protection is good for us. Then we might catch an odd rabbit on.
Alright,
By luck,
Arenda
too,
will
so.
be staying in camp for the day then. Gaina will come with you. Okay. Makaja puts together the expeditionary team for today. Does anybody, for any reason, not want to go up to see the main excavation site?
Are they leaving other people behind? Not just Arinda?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
making
a lot
sure.
walking.
Nim, first off, she asks if you guys need her for anything. If not, she's going to stay here and sleep.
Nah, she's fine.
No, she's fine. That's alright. We're doing
Well,
the
I'll
cursory
tell you.
thing. We don't necessarily need her.
We'll tell you if we find anything interesting.
Okay. Alright. So, is it okay? We need all of our experts with us. Robert, Harold, and Garvin. Okay.
It sounds like stunt doubles for the Three Stooges.
And then Leon and Clavinus for protection. Everybody else, labor will stay here. No need for any labor yet till we figure out a game plan for the day and for the future. So, the Expeditionary Force, he asks to suit up, bring whatever you're going to bring, leave everything else here. There will be a lot of trips up and down, so try to figure out what you're going to leave in camp and what you're going to take to the camp up there. And don't carry it back and forth. It will tire you out twice as fast. So, if you need to set your inventory, now's the time to do it. But you should clarify what you're leaving in this camp when you're away from it.
Okay.
Alright. Urvir carries very few supplies anyway. Yeah, I think I've got 20 pounds of supplies, and most of those are rations.
Yeah, I don't know that much. I'm just gonna say waterproof bag. Painting.
Can you add a custom
You
location?
can carry a whole 20 pounds?
I'm not sure,
Says
Tucker,
Nichols
honestly.
full
I haven't
strength.
messed with the inventory because I don't use it for NPCs.
The only thing you can do is put it under, like, just
Not
carried.
Alright, well, all my shit's carried. Alright, whatever's not carried, it's either at the Lyceum or not on him. Whatever. None of this stuff's at the Lyceum. Whatever.
So where's that? In the camp here?
In his in his tent.
Yeah.
Okay, so not
I'm
carried
putting the
is in your tent, and carried's in your backpack on you.
I'm putting my bedroll as not carried, but it's
Yeah.
My tent.
Okay. Alright. It's very important, you guys, to make clear to me where your inventory is.
Yeah, I'm writing down where the stuff is.
If it's not
Lyceum versus.
clear, if it's ambiguous, it will default to my interpretation in the future. You know what? While you guys are working on it, I'm going to take a quick piss. Be right back. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm back.
Urvir's got... I've got 15 pounds of equipment, and it's all food.
Okay, Uncle, on every piece of inventory I have a little hyphen after what the item is, and it says where it's at. So
All
just
right,
look
awesome.
at that.
Excellent. Okay.
Uncle, I have a quick question.
Yes.
For Nagul, he's got a sorcerer spell, Burning Hands. That's his rote spell, so he doesn't need verbal or somatic components.
Okay.
Does it have to come out of his hands?
Yes.
Damn.
You can't breathe fire.
Yes.
Would I have better footing with these stupid shoes on or without the stupid shoes?
Probably
The
without.
shoes do not give you better footing.
Do they give me worse footing?
Yes. You have a
Then
minus
I'd-
5.
And I don't want to wear them. And I'll take a reprimand for not slipping and sliding in fucking mud.
Okay. That's fine.
Uther's not wearing his Lyceum's booties either, so of course he is an
You
athletic.
don't have boots. You just have like slippers.
Yeah, that's true.
Although you'd have like the.
I don't have shower caps on my feet.
Since you're not in the public, you technically don't have to wear your robes or any attire.
Well, his robes give him armor, so that's fine with him.
Okay. Okay.
Well, we have to determine that Urvir will be great for survival, but unless you want to start a forest fire, boy howdy am I going to be useless.
You guys want Tagana to go or stay?
We're all going except for Nim, I believe.
Nim and Orinda are staying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleeping in traps.
Okay. Alright. So, Makaja will gather everybody up over here. Now, they've cleared this path up here for us. It's quite a hike up, but it's fairly easy. And it is a straight path up. Now, you'll notice these stone pillars here that have been eroded. These actually were believed to be once pillars. We're going to examine them more closely. At this point, they kind of look like 2 to 3 foot tall stones sticking out of the ground that do have a rounded, squarish shape. But, so they do not look entirely natural. They're too symmetrical.
Mm-hmm.
Because nature can't create anything symmetrical, apparently. Okay.
Nope. Flowers, each individually handmade.
That's right. And that's the rules. And he will have his guards go first. After you, gentlemen. Just lead the way. There's only one path up. Okay. If you guys want any special formation while you're traveling up, get in it now.
Kaljian's sticking up there with the guards because he has tremor sense, so he'll notice if something's coming.
Okay.
Maybe before they do. So that's really it. Uther's following behind Makaja.
Alright. Jerruk?
Okay. Yeah, he'll carry with the rear, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got dark vision. I'll be fine.
Alrighty. I'm just going to move this group here so everybody else can stay there. Let's see, the NPCs, Gaina, and the experts are in the middle. Alright, so everybody else can move your own. Alright, so he starts walking up. It is a steady and healthy ascent up the mountainside. It has been mostly cleared. You can see areas where it's been burned away and then swept, or very crudely swept. There are still some ashes on the ground where things have been burnt. The one tree here has been burnt bare, and the bark is blistered. And as you work your way up, Makaja explains that they found this area a short bit ago, roughly around a year or so ago, and that they have excavated it quite a bit, but at a certain point they realized they needed a team of wizards and stuff to examine things beyond just simple excavation and things like that, and that he's not sure what you guys are aware of, but this is believed to be in the era of around 1000 AR. And believed to be the work of one or several wizards, possibly of either a cabal that existed in this region, or of an individual wizard. The cabal that it might be, that they're speculating that it did belong to, would be the cabal of... Hold on. Come here, papers. It's cabal of...
Who wants to make the custom spell carbon dating?
You could always call it check the rings for like tree rings.
White Thunder Cabal. And
Interesting name.
so it could either be the Cabal or the just one individual, or perhaps somebody that's not even related to them. They're not sure, but they believe that's who it is. Okay. So Tucker stays behind.
I do.
You didn't move yourself.
Oh shit!
Okay. Hold on. Since you didn't move yourself, give me 2 1d20s. So you see something ambushes him along the way.
Oh yeah. Okay. Do.
Okay, 13.
Yeah, I was doing inventory. It's fine.
You're fatigued and you're lagging behind.
You know it.
All right.
Damn, it's a big ass way up the mountain.
Probably won't notice.
Okay. And you are there.
That's a cool looking tree. Is that tree dead?
Yep. It's all burnt.
It's dead. Did you burn it?
No, it was like that when we got here.
You little firecracker.
Okay. 1 second. Just pulling over the creature.
The creature.
Hey, on the bright side, my inventory is done, so I don't have to worry about it. On the downside, I have to brain something.
Downside, what are you talking about?
Well, I'm already fatigued. I don't want to get exhausted. If I'm exhausted, I just fucking don't move. Getting them to come take me back to camp.
Okay. Do a perception check, please, Jerruk, to see if you're aware of the ambush before it kills you. Yes.
It's not terrible.
Okay, Jerruk, you are surprised.
I'm not flat-footed.
You're not flat-footed?
I'm a barbarian.
Oh yeah, uncanny dodge.
That doesn't make it where you can't be surprised.
Yes, it does. You're immune to
Yeah,
being flat-footed.
third level.
Oh.
Yep.
Even during surprise.
Yep, unless it's a rogue can still make you flat-footed if they sneak attack you first round, but they have to be so many levels above your level and a bunch of weird stuff. But in general, no, you cannot be flat-footed in surprise round.
And I don't lose my death bone. Well, that doesn't matter. But
Yeah, that's what flat-footed means.
I'm not flat-footed, not that it matters.
oh, I don't lose my death boost AC if they're invisible. That's what it means.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you react quite well. Well as can be expected. When you're walking along here, and something just falls right upon you. Somewhat heavy, weighs about 20, 30 pounds. Not a lot for you. Kind of long. You believe it's a branch fell on your head.
Oh shit, it's Nadul.
And and then you realize right when it strikes you that the branch is alive.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
If you actually put it there, I can't see it.
Oh boy.
I'm above it.
Oh no, not the venomous snake repeating weapon.
Oh no, not the snake repeat weapon. Oh shit.
Why the hell is this not working? Piece of
Oh.
I don't know, man.
Roll 20's trash.
I'm gonna do a
Hold on.
fucking.
Alright, that's alright. I gotta take off the fucking GM whisper anyway. I knew that's gonna get me too.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
That roll
it
20
didn't
is a
load
piece of
their-
shit.
Hold on, it didn't load their attacks. Well, it didn't load anything for fucking venomous snake. What the
Did it really not? It was there before. Did it wipe it?
Apparently. Alright, it is NPC. Don't worry, it'll just take a second to load this in. Let's see, Venomous.
Oh wait, if this thing is like on my head, how can my horn attack miss?
Because you
Landed on your
didn't hit it
shoulders.
with the tip of your horn.
Oh, son of a bitch! You
It should
fuck-
roll to not land on your
Your horn is
horns.
not sharp the entire way down, only the point.
I can make it sharp. I can make it into a 99.
Okay.
Can we get keen horns on Jerruk?
That'd be shit.
You
I'm
could.
gonna have carve my horns, make it into like chariot spikes.
Alright. Fucker, I told you don't whisper. Oh, you cocksucker.
Yeah, see what I mean? It just fucking changes back for no reason.
When you import the character, it resets the settings.
Yeah.
Ah, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until I'd already finished every single one I sent to you, and you'd already taken away from me.
Just manually look up venomous snake repeating weapons.
No. You just has to, yeah.
That's too bad.
No, I'm just gonna set up. Okay, it's set up. I just gotta get the init thing in there. The init macro. Oh, great. And of course, Word wants to be a fucking douche. Piece of shit program.
I bet that D sits for falling damage. Fucking snake piece of shit.
No, you're soft and squishy. But it does get a +1 for having an aerial attack, and it's charging.
Can you charge while you fall?
Sure.
You can't if
Good to
you
know.
have a fly speed.
Okay. So it's got a +4 for charge, +1 for aerial.
Can you charge straight down?
Let me ask you something, Tucker. The fucking thing rolled Whisper GM. Do you want to, without knowing the result, do you want to take it or do you want me to re-roll? It's entirely up to you.
It rolled whisper GM.
Uh-huh.
I'll take it. Whatever.
Okay. So it rolled a 12, +1 for falling from above, and
No, that hits. That hits.
okay. All right.
Yeah, Druk has no AC.
Move. Hey, your AC's like 13, dude.
That's nothing.
So
To you.
My AC is 13 naked.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
you take 3 points of damage, Jerruk, and I need a fort save,
Fort save,
please,
yeah.
to avoid poison.
Hey, that's pretty good.
All right, DC is 14. Did you pass?
Yeah.
All right,
Is that 3 damage?
3 damage.
You fucking state. Bear grills you into a fucking water skin.
Right, I agree. Okay. Now we shall. I'll meet you guys.
Oh, he
Oh,
rolled
that's
really high.
that's this gen. Oh, fuck you, you snake!
Okay. And it immediately bites you a second time. You're not sure whether this was an ambush or it just happened to fall and you coincidentally happened to be underneath it, and maybe it's just as unhappy with its predicament as you are at the moment. But it still bites you nonetheless.
Okay.
All right. Well, that.
Start making them fort saves, Druk.
No, that missed. Fuck him.
Okay.
Now, is this thing grappling me, or is it just on me?
You guys, it will fall to the side because of the rules. You're not going to be in the same space anymore.
Okay, good. All right.
I will essentially 5-foot step back. All right, so now it's your turn.
Okay. Well, since I can't horn it, since it's on the floor. Well, I can't door it. It's on the floor, right?
I am so horny. Yeah.
Okay. Would an unarmed attack be like a stomp? Would just like me stomping this fucking thing be like just like me
It would
punching
be an
it?
unarmed attack, yes.
Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, why didn't it roll attack? That's stupid.
Okay.
Didn't roll attack, just roll
All right, it
damage.
gets an attack of opportunity and it's going to take it. Unless you have improved unarmed attack.
Oh, hang on. I didn't roll to hit. That was damage. Hang on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. Attack opportunity. That's fine.
Okay.
Bite me in my dick, you fucking snake.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty
Like
good.
that.
Like,
Okay, and then it attacks.
no, I miss.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 10 damage to its stinky ass.
10 damage. Holy shit! You stomped that thing like there ain't no thing.
Yeah, I rolled max damage.
Alright, you stomp on it, you hear about 12 bones snap.
Uh-huh.
It's like, Jesus! Jesus!
You stink.
I think it's more like.
And then I want
Alright.
to
And then
roll
immediately,
breaks.
it immediately starts making a full withdrawal.
Oh. It starts snaking the full withdrawal. No, fuck this thing.
Hold on.
No,
Tucker.
It-
it starts snaking. Uh-oh. Is it hemorrhaging?
It starts hemorrhaging and it fucking just passes out. It makes it about
All
that
right.
far and just. It seems to be. It may be playing dead, you're not sure. Your turn.
Okay, my turn. All right. 5-foot step. I'll fix it later, but for now, Snake's dead. Snake's dead.
What do you do? Stomp it?
Fuck yes.
Alright. It goes to take an attack of opportunity, but it can't because it's passed out.
Roll max damage again. It's another 10.
You just killed yourself a snake! Don't forget to
Pretty
actually
well.
give yourself the 3 points of damage that you suffered.
Already did. It's just my health bar's bid.
Oh, okay. Alright, congratulations, Tucker. You did not die by the ambush. You got yourself a snake. You got yourself a nice... Oh, I must say you got yourself a large rhino viper. Big fat boy.
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
Now, I didn't stomp its head, did I?
Just so you know, rhino vipers are very thick, fat, short snakes.
Okay.
You stomped it right in the middle, and now it's flat.
All right, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just wrap it around his arm and just start trudging up. Like, it's another day in the jungle. Another day. That's a cool ass tree. What the fuck? Is this a fallen tree?
No, that's a tree with leaves.
Yes, I was thinking about that. However,
Okay.
my dong is too big. All right, I'm here now.
I don't know which is scarier. Well, yes, I do. The fact that he was thinking about it. That's pretty fucking scary, actually.
Terrifying.
Alright. Cop out.
So y'all just see Jerruk trudging up, grunting with this giant fucking snake. Blunt damage.
There you are, group.
It fell on me. I fell on it.
Clearly
I see.
mistake.
And y'all just see the big hoof print.
Okay. And you guys continue your ascent to your primary campsite. Okay.
Let's learn, boys. Careful about your inventory.
Alright. You guys walk on up here.
Oh god. You forgot like half the people back here, but
That's okay. Alright. And finally you get up, and as you come through the area here, I should turn these fuckers, but I'm not going to.
why do you keep relieving me? Oh, you're making sure I'm paying attention. Oh, you sneaky thing. All right, yeah.
And as you climb up the hill, alright, you get to a set of stone doors. It is not wood, it's stone. This is what it looks like off to the right. There's vegetations, you see stone pillars to the left and right that are terribly eroded. and they look like they might have been some type of white marble with a gray veins and a big stone door. Okay. All right. Here we are, says Makaja as he walks up to it, pulls out a cloth and wipes his brow. Now, this apparently was all just one big mess of briars and brambles and vines. I'm not sure why they came up here to investigate. I think one of them saw maybe one of these white stones or something, and they were curious. Seems like a lot of work to just follow some curiosity, but then again, some people are odd.
Have you checked behind these brambles? I'll gesture to the ones on either side.
No. Why? What do you think's behind there?
A shrug. Could be another door, secret entrance.
Chirinas, check behind those brambles.
Cut them away, I can assist.
Alright, Chirinas walks up.
Yeah, I'll help him pull them out. Like, as he cuts them, I'll use my trident to, like, pull them out and away.
He takes a sword and just cuts a little bit and then just stabs several areas. It goes ching, ching, ching as he hits stone in several different areas underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything. Oh, that's right. Chirinas is Italian.
We'll do the same with the other one.
Yep, Urvir's already over here using his claws to start tearing through some vines. When that starts not working, he's going to use his dagger.
Okay. These vines have thorns on them. Do a reflex save.
God damn it.
Nagul watches as you guys just attack these vines. We've been warned there are sentient plants around here.
Yeah, Drew's kind of wondering why they didn't just have him like rip it out of the ground, but he ain't.
Nagul's more wondering why everyone's insisting on attacking these vines.
Gotta deal with the fucking snake. Drop snake. Fuck that shit.
Okay. By the way, when you guys were climbing, at some point, you heard the strangest call of a baboon. Just echo up the mountainside. It was kind of like... it never happened.
Indeed.
It never repeated. Maybe it was a mating call. You're not sure.
Awesome.
Okay. Alright, Urvir, you do not take a point of damage, though they are very thorny. You do not... you both... you can do a perception check.
Both of us or just Urvir?
I'll roll
Just
to
you.
assist. I don't assist.
Okay. It looks like Stone Mountain behind it.
Man, you two really showed those vines what for.
Makaja chuckles. I like you, little lizard man.
I find that many do.
Okay. Now, if you'll follow me inside, you'll see what we've excavated and what work and why we've actually brought in wizards and why we were actually sent here. The interesting is, this is an entirely unrealized excavation site as he walks on in through the door, which, by the way, the only door they have is cloth in the open stone doorway, which has been pushed back. They taken a cloth and essentially tied the four corners, a burlap thing, so that it's closed off fairly well. But that way they don't have to slide the heavy stone door back and forth. Okay. And, actually, you know what? Sorry. They would have. The first time they would have actually had it shut. And they would have asked, Jerruk, big man, would you heave this door open for us?
Sure.
Don't worry, it's safe. At least that's what I was told.
What to do? You wait for the lady or to step aside, and then. Ooh.
Hey, Gaina, how about you step back? In case anything jumps out, Jerruk can take it first.
Gaina will step back.
That's not all Jerruk takes.
Yeah,
Look at Nagul unsure. What do you mean by that?
Oh, I'm tired. He's really tired.
Yes, you are.
You get to roll that twice, my dude.
Oh yeah. I always forget that. Well, that didn't really help. He's really tired.
Well, I was expecting a little more, to be honest, but, alright then.
Don't worry, I've got this.
So now you guys gotta figure out how to heave over.
Roll it again.
That is
No,
funny.
that's-
you got to-
If you crit this, I'm gonna just quit. I swear to God.
Well, the door is locked.
It's not locked, I don't imagine. I think Druk's just tired. He's not looking his best.
Here, I will do this. Move, Jerruk. Gaina gets up there against the door.
I'll lean over to Druk. I really hope she opens it the first try.
Please fail. Please fail. Come
Puts
on.
both her palms against it, digs her feet into the ground,
45.
leans forward, and pushes.
Oh, thank God. Fuck you. You ain't
Alright.
getting shit.
Are you sure this door is not sealed?
That's
Is
what
there a
I'm saying,
crack?
Gaina.
No,
My
they,
turn.
On the side.
they were in there, I was assured. They've excavated quite a bit of it. Took them months to dig it out.
Did it take a month to open it, too?
Oh, fuck you. I was just about to try something, actually. Fuck off. I was just about to try something really cool, too. God damn it.
Urvir, you put your back into it, and the door
put my
slides
tail into it.
1 foot.
Hey,
The ghoul looks at Jerruk and Gaina. Well, we loosened it up for him.
Yes, we did.
If you step aside, idea.
That's what you said the first time.
Have the idea the first time. Alright, he's
I
gonna
don't
prove
even know if I can open it.
Alright, he's gonna get his his mace, and he's gonna use it. Put it in the little slot. Urvir made. He's gonna use it as a crowbar since their crowbars are too small for him.
Okay. Alright.
So crowbar this fucking thing.
Alright. You do a strength check, you get a +3 on it.
That's
18.
Alright. And Fate Keeper, 1 die 100. You got a 10% chance of breaking your mace.
Mm-hmm. That's what we call risk. Plus, I can always mend it, so it's fine.
Sure.
takes 10 minutes to
you.
cast.
Is 10 minutes just mending?
Tucker,
Thank
you're a
you.
Yeah.
keeper.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. But it's broken.
And
is
you stick the
beautiful.
huge handle in there, and then you use the big head on your side, and you grab it like a giant fucking knob.
Alright.
You just
Sponges.
wrestle that thing, bend it. The door slides open another foot, and then suddenly the head just snaps off. Not
Skulls
entirely, it kind of
roars.
just bends, and now you have a head at a 45-degree angle.
Skulldin roars in terror and then comes up and does nothing.
Does no.
It's open
All right.
now.
Well,
We can go in.
Well, Druid's frustrated. He's gonna come and he's gonna. I'm gonna spend 10 minutes fit this fucking thing. You all had the rest. I did my job. I can't say it.
All right.
And I'm gonna cast mending. I'll
We can
take
get
10
in now.
minutes.
All right, so you're staying outside for 10 minutes. Everybody else, Gaina and everybody will squeeze in.
Yeah.
Jerruk's not going to be able to squeeze in, but fuck him.
Skulldin is upset
Nagul,
that his attempt did not work, so he's going to try until he moves it.
Will you stay with me for a bit?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, just move north.
No, Nagul's staying with Jerruk until he gets his shit fixed.
Oh. All right, where the fuck is Nagul?
Well, we're going to be like the stork guy in Hodor, except I can say something that isn't just Hodor.
Yeah, you can also say fuck.
Does a 16 move the door, Uncle?
No.
Okay.
18 required is to budget.
All right. Well,
Jesus fuck, man.
Scourging's not going to stop. There he goes.
There you go. Pushes it open another foot.
All right, then he's done. He's like, all right, I did my job.
What sound does a mud elemental make while he's straining his knot muscles?
He's just cursing and tearing.
It just sounds like
Just cursing and tearing is all.
Yeah.
Terran sound like.
It's a lot of slurping.
Okay. Good job. Good job. Makaja will take the lead as he will stop a moment and actually I gotta double check to see if he can do that.
You know, Jerruk, they had crowbars. Maybe it would have been better to use one of those.
My hands are bigger than the bar.
That's fair.
Let me cast a spell, I say, as we get in.
All right. Detect secret
What?
doors. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well,
Not
fair
detect
enough,
traps.
dude.
All right. 60 feet.
Yeah. He looks at as we go. As we're moving.
Okay. For up to several minutes. Okay. All right. Makaja. Stops and begins casting a spell.
Dancing lantern.
Yes.
I'll do a spellcraft to see if Urvir knows that spell. Probably, considering it's starting to go into his specialization. Yep, I know the fuck out that spell.
All right. And then he heads in. Now, supposedly, according to my notes, they said that there were 2 antechambers off to the side, and through them, he'll walk in and look around. Yes. Yes. They've cleaned this up rather nicely. And as you walk in, you do realize that there is a lot of dirt along the cracks and crevices between the bricks of the wall, but there are bricked walls that look appropriately aged. But it was, you can tell that it was cleaned out. There was either dirt or vegetation. The earth has given way and looks like it collapsed. So there was an earth ceiling. There was not a man-made ceiling. So there was a lot. Looks like this place maybe was filled up with earth, as well as possibly some vegetation. But it's mostly clean to the walls. Okay.
Detecting doors on these walls.
Okay. You do not detect anything.
Secret doors on any wall we come to that isn't obviously not a thin wall.
Okay. He walks in, and the main room that they cleared. It took them quite a while to excavate all of this, says Makaja. And they've discovered several things. First, this statue, which they took the time to thoroughly extricate from everywhere. You guys will notice that there are 2 columns of earth that has been crudely dug around, but left clumps that has not been fully excavated out. And off to the left, there is a lot of excavated area, it looks like, and a lot more dirt on the ground and stuff that's not been cleaned. Okay. Everybody else will move in a little bit. Okay, once inside, you'll see some pillars, some stone. Again, all the perimeter has a lot of signs that it was cleaned to the stone. It looks like they brushed it just enough to get the perimeter and to make sure that there were no special features like recesses or anything like that. And then that's pretty much all they did. So there's a lot of dirt and debris and stuff caked onto it still, the walls. Okay. Uther.
Mm-hmm.
you get a bonus.
Nice.
As you're walking around, you immediately detect a vacancy in this corner of the room, on the other
Okay.
side of this wall.
There's something here. I'll stare at it for the full 3 rounds.
Okay. Okay, escape detect. First round presence or absence of secret doors. Second round number of secret doors.
And the location. So, like, yeah.
John, you want to do a little doodle on the door?
I don't know where it is. He hasn't told me yet.
I'm just asking if you will when it comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, appreciate it. I'm just going to move Urvir over here so he's away from all the tokens.
Okay. All right. You detect that here, this corner itself is a door. It goes on both sides, and that there is a one of the stones is a pressure stone that you can push in to open it. That's how it was built. And that on the other side, that's all you get. Other than that, I don't think you get anything else, does it?
No. I'll say, here's the mechanism I'll point to. Does anyone have any charcoal?
Yes, I have charcoal here. He digs in his pouch on his belt and pulls out several small pieces.
Yeah, and I mark the brick that's to be pushed in. Let's be careful with this for now and not open it just yet, but now we know it's here.
And what is behind here, exactly?
Not certain. It's just a secret door.
Excellent. Alrighty. We're making great
Day 2 in
discoveries.
road again results.
Let me go check this other room, and I'll walk off and peruse this room, do the thing. It's the last bit of my time.
Makaja,
Yes, Urvir.
have you already started mapping out a layout of the inside of this place, or are you having somebody else do it in the meantime?
No, that is one of the jobs I'll be doing.
Alright.
So we will have to measure the dimensions of every room and every feature in the room. But that is something that I and the workers here will be doing. You guys, of course, will have much more important tasks, especially one of the main reasons. Did they tell you what the last expedition, where they stopped?
We've been told our goal. We haven't heard of a last expedition.
Let's see, did they
Well,
mention...
first off, it became obvious to them that this was too much work for a small group to handle. It would take far too long. I'm sure it took them quite a long time to excavate all of this, and who knows how large of a place this temple is. But another reason they needed more wizards is because they encountered supposedly a door with scripture of some sort down here that they could not open.
See.
So we will look at that, and then of course we've also found another door, so it does look like we have some cunning in the craftsmanship here. This could be a most entertaining place here. And of course this strange statue we'll have to examine as well. But first, let's go take a look at this door and see where they stopped. And he'll walk on down the hall.
Secret doors, day 2. I'd say we're making progress.
Nods, yes. I'm glad I got that spell.
Can't see where the fucking lantern is. Oh, there it is. Okay, he sends the lantern kind of... Okay. Let's see. A passage they open to the right. Here, the dirt gets to be about 2 inches deep, so you gotta watch your footing. But it's nothing that's too slippery or anything. But you are now walking on soft soil. Okay. And obviously you can see to the right where it went, and they stopped excavating. And then this door, you see a set of an old stone door. Very porous. They clearly cleaned it off. And you see on the left and the right side of this door, in the center, several holes and a square grid with little round pentagon-shaped beveled pads inside the grid, and there are it's pyramid shaped, and there's a symbol on each of the pads. This is on the right side. Okay, on the right door. There is 2 holes, and recessed in this smooth area that kind of recesses about a half an inch, just enough to be noticeable. Kind of like a scalloped, almost a scallop shell or a clam shell, at the center of which is 2 holes, roughly about 2 inches or roughly about an inch wide, side by side. And then underneath them is the grid that is pyramid shaped, and it has a set of symbols on it. The first row has 2 symbols. And then the second row has 3. And they are different. They're not the same. Second has 4. Third has 4. And the last has 5. And they essentially form a pyramid shape. And they're all different symbols. Each one is like a little pad that's hexagonal shaped. And inside the center is engraved is a unique symbol in each. And also in the center of each is also a little tiny hole. At the very top above the 2 is where the 2 holes are, separate from the little pads. Okay, that's on the right door. On the left side, there is another grid. This is 2 by 2, and they are 5 down and 2 across. There are 10 holes. They're only, again, about an inch, maybe a little wider, 1.5 inches wide. And there's no markings around them, nothing. They're just holes, all exactly the same shape, evenly spaced. There was writing directly above the designs on the left and the right door. And there's also writing across the top mantle engraved. Okay. Now, supposedly, the acolytes that were working on this before, or the one acolyte that was here, supposedly detected magic on this door and some sort of protection, and so that's where they stopped excavating. Also, it probably became obvious to them that this was going to require a lot of labor. So, this will be your main focus. One of the other things I would appreciate you wizards working on is, we don't know if there are any other openings to this place, or if there was any other affiliations around this area. Usually, if this was the home of a cabal, they would have set up other sites, wards, things like that. So I wouldn't mind some localized exploration just to secure the area for our own protection, and some sweeps to see if we detect any other magical or objects around us that might lead to greater insights to this area and this site. That's what I would appreciate from your group as much as possible. Is there anything I can do for you?
I think we're set at the moment, or at least as far as I can see. Uther?
Yes.
Okay. All right. If there's some area where you wish to have the labor directed, be sure to let me know. Otherwise, I'll just direct it as I see fit. And he heads back out here. Gaina kind of just stands here, idly keeping watch over everything.
Could I do a knowledge to try and recognize any of the symbols on there, or are they just completely
Yeah, same.
unique to themselves?
Okay. Does anybody, first off, speak Pyrenees?
Let me check Urvir, actually.
Okay, meanwhile...
Am I done yet?
Yeah, Pyrenees.
You are finally done. Yes. Outside, Jerruk finally finishes mending his big-ass weapon.
And he'll look at the door. Trudge bat. He can't fit through this, can he?
It moved another foot. Maybe.
No. Okay. God damn it. Strength check. Oh.
Uh-huh. If you take 10, you can get double advantage. If you take time, I mean.
It's not going to change anything, I don't think.
It might. You're supposed to be strong.
If you ever roll well.
The dice aren't strong, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, they were even pretty shit for him.
Urvir, you are literate. You know barely enough Pyrenees to recognize major concepts. And you cannot conjugate written text. You can do a literature check.
Linguistics?
There we go, with a +5 bonus. Everybody else can do linguistics checks to analyze the language.
As we're sitting there looking at it.
It's 18. It's another foot. Is it open yet?
You can do one more. You got double advantage. It's the best of 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah!
Finally, you swing the doors open. Okay, now you can fit through. Dun, 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 dun.
Alright. Good. Now I can find the fucking spore around here.
I have a scroll of comprehend language I'll need to learn before I can read this, I think.
Where do we... Oh, whenever you teleport, don't forget Niddle.
Yeah, Nickle's coming with him.
Oh, you're called Niddle now too. It's official.
Yep. Alright.
He's given up.
As you guys come in, you see what I've already told other people about the stones and stuff. If you weren't paying attention, it's your own fault. Okay. You also ahead, you hear talking and movement coming from inside the stone. Right.
Oh, son of a bitch! I
Not
can't.
inside the stone, further in the building. Okay. Alright. As you come in, you see people just examining different areas. And the armed people just seem to be standing about, just twiddling their thumbs.
Ah, they're over here, Jerruk.
Just to be clear, Uncle, I checked this room for secret doors. There was nothing. I found nothing.
No.
Okay, found nothing? Okay.
How far can it go? 3 feet of wood or dirt? 1 foot of stone.
Yeah. I went in here, by the way.
Nope, you detect nothing else.
Okay.
Ooh,
Just to be clear. And that would have been the end of the spell cast.
Where's the door that he said that we couldn't go further? Is it down there?
Gain, I will gesture down this way. Go this way.
I can barely fit as it is. I'm fine.
Leon will like, watch it where you're walking.
Okay, so
Trying.
I'm going to...
Half as big as my token. I keep forgetting that.
It's 25.
Is
Is that with the +5 earlier?
No, that is before the +5.
Okay, earlier.
So 30 overall.
Alright, you recognize this as having both magical marks incorporated into it. You recognize this as also the base language is an ancient Pyrenees. You cannot read any of it since you have absolutely no concept. You have shitty concept of regular Pyrenees, and but you have just enough to recognize what it is. You also recognize that there are currents in it, in
Currents?
flavors, in the language that you do recognize as I can't think of the fucking name of it. What is the language of Earth people?
Terran.
Terran, thank you. Terran.
Would I recognize any of it? Maybe?
You have to do a linguistics check. And if you speak any of those languages, naturally you would get a bonus.
Skalgian knows Terran, but he can't speak to me, so it's gonna be like a, oh yeah.
Can he read or can he only speak?
That's a good question. Let me check.
He's
Probably
made of
read.
Earth. If he can't read, he's fucking stupid.
A lot of them can't read or write. A lot of them just speak it.
Yes.
When you're a
Slow down,
singular
Michael.
force of nature existing only because of a magical construct, you sort of don't bother with reading.
I'm checking.
How about Eepin? Any of it look like Eepin?
Nope.
Well, I'm out of luck. You're on your own. Unless it looks like Logicon.
No, he knows. He just says Terran, so I imagine he knows he can read and write it.
It's-
Yeah,
Read
they,
and-
they say if they can't.
Yeah. Yeah, again, we can't communicate well other than like sign language sort of shit.
And it isn't pure Terran,
Yeah.
so... Yeah. Okay.
I think when you come back to this tomorrow, I have a scroll of comfort in languages I can learn.
Well, I didn't learn how to read Pyrenees or write in it because usually I would only have to speak it to finish a business deal, and I'd accept a contract in Hethem. But this is old Pyrenees, from a little I can recognize. Terran magic marks that explains the wards. If anything, I would say this is a very elaborate lock.
Likely.
So you're saying that on one side is like a pyramid with like peg holes in it, almost?
No. The peg holes are on the left. They're a grid of 2x5. The 2 holes.
Yeah, like I said, one side is...
On the right side, there's 2 holes, and then there's a pyramid of 2, 3, 4, 5 tiers of pentagonal or hexagonal raised bumps, or like you probably consider it.
like buttons?
I guess you call it buttons. Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, I detect magic on the door and area.
Yep. Urvir will get out of the way, so you can get a clean read.
Alright, you detect magic on the door. You do detect magic on the entire thing. You detect abjurative magic. You detect abjurative magic. And, or abjurative and evocative magic.
That is a lock with a trap.
Yeah, any of it divine or is it arcane?
It is arcane.
Okay.
How long do you spend studying it?
Probably longer than the full 3 rounds. I'm studying it pretty closely, trying to see if I can figure out what spell they might be and all that sort of stuff.
How close are you guys examining this thing?
After getting the languages, Urvir's going to come over here and start looking at the statue, actually.
Yeah,
See if there's
I'm not touching it, but I'm getting like real close.
Okay. Alright, you believe that the writing itself does not seem magical. But there is both latent and active magic in this.
Okay.
Coming from somewhere deeper inside.
Careful. Avoid touching the door, I think is a good idea. I'll say the 2 that are here.
Oh, there's also universal magic there.
Okay. Permanency, most likely. But that's just a random guess.
Kyle?
Have you tried just knocking on it?
Yeah, you go.
Well, it has evocation. I don't recommend touching it before we, actually study it like wizards would do.
Okay. Alright, everybody's examining these areas. Let's see. Alright,
Is Harold trying to figure out the trigger to the door?
this statue, kind of stained, covered in some mildew, some mold. But it is stone. It's shape of a primitive humanoid or possibly a primate. Large brow, underbite, large lips, things like that. Very square jaw type thing. And it has multiple arms. It has 2 arms that are going up, wrapped over its head, and actually laid over its head, like the statue you actually see the way it is. And then it's cupping each of its ears. There are 2 eyes reaching up, cupping each of its eyes, and then 2 arms reach up and cup each of its mouth. Well, only one mouth, but
So it's like a unified speak, see, hear no evil kind of statue?
seems like it.
Mm.
Okay. I'm just asking because I'm putting that in my notes, so I know what I'm talking about.
If it's covering a mouth, how can we tell it has underbite and big lips?
Because of the shape of the jaw.
Okay. Does it look like a pendant?
No,
Oh, okay.
looks much more gorilla-like.
What kind of check to identify the creature?
You can do a nature check, or to see if you recognize it.
It's not
You
religion,
can also
nature.
do an.
I'll just try
I'll
that.
double check to see if you can get something else here. Hold on.
If it's what I think it is, I don't think Arcana would work.
Yeah, I forget if the thing is either extraplanar or natural. I forget.
That's a monkey, all right.
I had it pretty good.
Oh, cool! I've got the venomous snake token now.
Just quick question: is anyone actively carrying that Usek thing?
Urvir's wearing it.
Oh, why are you wearing it?
You guys can also do a knowledge arcana to see if you recognize anything magical about it.
Yeah, I am still detecting magic on it.
Because I got a theme going.
The theme's fire, in case you didn't get that.
Well, listen. All right, fine. You carry it. Get rid of its main function. Fine.
Well, the +1 to AC and then the luck bonus.
Well, I could use the fire thing, brother. I'm kind of in the middle of combat.
All right.
Oh, I probably can't wear it.
Anybody that rolled 10 or higher will believe it's a primate. 15 or higher will know that it's a gorilla. But there's something odd about it. Other than just the arms, it's not quite a gorilla that you're aware of.
And there's a monkey.
We got a 20 or higher. On
Anybody
nature.
that's 25 or higher on nature?
No.
Nobody. Okay.
No.
Or 15 or higher arcana.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Will recognize that there is such a creature that does look like a primate called a Rolun. They are a magical creature known for areas in the jungle. They are 4-limbed, gorilla-like humanoids. Very large. Very aggressive. And fairly intelligent, but they are essentially animals. Of course, they only have 4 arms and not 6.
You believe this is Kurtal, and possibly his extra pair of arms could just be artistic integrity, I guess. Or a special one.
Okay. And
Is there any magic on it?
You detect no magic.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Your passive perception does not pick up anything particular. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else your passive perception will pick up in this room.
These aren't stairs, are they?
They
They don't look like stairs, but
No. They actually,
Okay.
I think they probably are intended to be, but no.
okay. Because they look like stairs.
I think they're like, it goes up 3 feet and it's just like, there's tiny little stairs here.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, fuck it.
Who cares? There's no stairs.
Harold is examining this.
Mm.
Uther.
Careful, Harold. Let me see if there's any magic working here, and I'll continue my detect magic on this. Let me reroll. Skill check. Arcana. Time to roll a 1. It's been brewing. Okay. It's only supposed to be the 20. And then a spellcraft. Okay.
Alright. What in the hell is that knowledge arcana for?
Just to see if there's anything strange about the magic we noticed in the Pyrenees writing earlier.
All over the or on the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll to confirm it, my dude.
Yeah. Well, confirm it, and Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Just see if there's anything strange, like magically about it that Nagul can interpret.
It is written. The Terran, or the magical language is there. I don't know if you recognize it as Terran or not, if you roll linguistics or not, but either way, you do recognize magical marks, and that there is... it was adapted with some type of magical inscription.
Okay, neat.
To include a language of power.
Nagul's specialization is calligraphy, and he is tutoring under Katrina, if that helps at all.
Okay. You do believe that this was written in the style of somebody who would inscribe. At the same time, token, there's... do you have detect magic?
I think I have it. Let me see if I have it prepared today. Cantrips. I've got detect dragons.
Okay. Okay.
Useful. Which it might be, actually.
Alright. So, you do see that it's in the style of inscribing, so perhaps that writing is an active inscribing. It could actually be active magic. And you have to be very careful with those runes.
Okay. Nagul will inform me. Hey guys! And then he'll inform everyone what he's able to tell.
Everybody in the room will look at you.
Well, wizards mostly, but no one touched that magical writing over there, which is, by the way, magical. And Nagul will point a long, scaly finger in that direction.
On the door.
Yes.
Yes, they did say there was magic over there. We don't know what kind yet. Do you know?
Oh, yes, abjuration and evocation. A bit of universal. That's probably what I think. That could be what's keeping it there for all this time. Or it could be something else, and I shrug.
Also,
Couldn't know for
features
certain.
some heavy magical inscription.
Really? I didn't pick up on that.
Well,
Weren't you talking to Harold about something?
I was going to detect magic on that wall, that area.
You detect no magic on it.
Okay.
what's this X on the wall here for? Should I press it?
Which X? Where at?
Wherever Uther put it. I wasn't in here when you were drawing it, so I'm not sure exactly where it is.
Yeah.
All
No,
over there.
no. That's a pressure pad for a secret door. We need to check for traps in the area.
Harold will look at you and then gesture to this corner. Uther detected a secret door back here, and this brick seems to be false. Pressure pad. Trying to see
should touch
between
it.
the cracks between the mechanics, but I can't really see anything.
Just poke it. Nothing bad will happen.
You know, except for the entire room filling up with fire or water or whatever.
I'll stand in this room.
The statue is roughly 9 feet tall, 8 or 9 feet, but it is squatted down with its butt essentially below its knees, squatted down. With its
So
knees
it's
down.
9 feet tall squatted, or is
Yes.
9 feet tall if it stood up straight?
No, it's 9 feet tall, squatted.
Alright. I'm gonna have Baron do a perception roll as well, because he's gonna have Baron fly up and investigate up.
All passive perceptions have been done. The only way you can do a perception roll now is if you actively and intimately search something in particular.
Yeah, that's why I did earlier. I rolled perception to investigate the statue.
Okay. So you
And
are
I'm gonna have-
hands-on with the statue.
Baron's gonna go up and search up top where Urvir can't reach.
Okay. Alright. How long do you study the statue?
Everybody's puttering about the room, so Urvir will spend good